always known that gardening was not just about tending to the soil and watering her plants. It was an art form, a way to connect with nature and bring beauty into her life. She spent hours in her garden, watching her flowers bloom and her vegetables grow, feeling a sense of peace and contentment that she couldn't find anywhere else. But it wasn't until one day, when Emily noticed something strange about the colors on her plants, did she begin to realize just how much she had been missing out on. It started with a small patch of marigolds that seemed to be talking to each other. At first, Emily thought she was seeing things, but as she looked closer, she saw that the flowers were actually changing colors in response to one another. One day, a bright yellow daffodil would bloom, and the next day, it would turn a vibrant orange. And if an adjacent flower, a delicate pink petunia, bloomed too, the two plants would change color together, almost as if they were having some sort of conversation. Emily was both amazed and skeptical. How could flowers possibly communicate with each other? As she continued to observe her garden, Emily began to notice more and more examples of this strange phenomenon. Her tomato plants would change color when they needed water, their bright red turning a deep purple as they ripened on the vine. And if an aphid infestation threatened one plant, its leaves would turn a warning yellow, sending a signal to the other plants nearby. Emily was fascinated by what she was seeing, and she spent hours researching and experimenting, trying to understand the secrets of her garden's color language. She discovered that different colors could mean different things. Red often indicated danger or stress, while blue signaled health and happiness. Green meant growth and abundance, and purple represented ripeness. But as Emily delved deeper into this world of plant communication, she realized that there was more to it than just individual plants responding to their environment. The flowers were also talking to each other, forming complex networks of color and meaning that spanned the entire garden. One day, Emily noticed that a particularly stressed-out lettuce plant had sent out a distress signal, its leaves turning a deep red as it cried out for help. But then something amazing happened. The plants around it began to respond, their colors changing in sympathy with the struggling lettuce. A nearby sunflower turned a reassuring yellow, while a patch of delicate pansies brightened up with a soothing blue. It was as if the garden was one big, interconnected web of color and emotion, each plant contributing its unique perspective to the whole. And Emily realized that she had been seeing this all along, just not paying attention. Over time, Emily's understanding of her garden's color language grew more nuanced, until she could almost read the plants' minds. She began to use this knowledge to create harmonious blends of colors and textures in her garden design, creating a true masterpiece of nature-inspired artistry. As word spread about Emily's remarkable garden, people came from all over to see it for themselves, not just to admire its beauty, but also to learn from the secrets of plant communication. And as they stood among the vibrant blooms and colorful foliage, they too began to notice something strange. That even in their own lives, there were hidden patterns of color and meaning waiting to be discovered. One woman noticed a bright red scarf on her partner's neck and felt a surge of anger and frustration. Why had he worn that to work today? But then she remembered the plant language Emily had taught her, and realized that the scarf was not just a piece of clothing, but also a symbol of support and solidarity. Her partner was there for her, even if it didn't feel like it. A young boy saw a bright blue jay flying overhead and immediately felt happy, his favorite color. But then he thought back to Emily's lessons about color language and realized that the bird was not just a pretty sight, but also a messenger from another world. The jay was warning him of potential danger, just as the plants in Emily's garden had done. As people learned more about plant communication, they began to see their own lives in a new light, full of hidden patterns and connections waiting to be uncovered. And at the center of it all was Emily's remarkable garden, a testament to the power of nature to teach us about ourselves and our place in the world.